Elyse. We are coming to you live from the beautiful village of Springville. We are here at the incredible Springville Arts Cafe, where for the next 2 hours you're going to hear about this true community treasure. So if you're watching us on WNED PBS, stay tuned for the next 2 hours. You're going to see some great local programming, or perhaps you want to join us on the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube channel, where you'll see behind the scenes tours of this great institution, as well as we're going to speak to the owners and a couple of other members from the community.
Yeah.
So Elyse, this is incredible, isn't it?
I know, it's so nice. I've never been here before. This was my first stop inside the Springville Arts Cafe, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed. I mean, the coffee is so good.
The honey iced espresso?
Yes, that's number one. This is paid promotion, just kidding, for the honey iced espresso. But we're here in this beautiful village, and we're having so much fun today. I'm so excited, especially because we're doing more of these live pledge events, and I'm sure that you've seen it. Us out in the community, it's part of our commitment to engaging with our community more and being in the community, and this has been absolutely wonderful. So, like I said, we are in the middle of a pledge drive right now. So if you feel so emboldened, would like to see us more often in the community, we appreciate your support. So you can call the phone number on your screen, and you can take part and pledge so that we can do more of this great work.
That's right. And if you're in the area, come and join us. Come down to the Springville Arts Cafe. We'll be here until 4 o'clock live. If you've never been here before, it is certainly worth a trip from Buffalo. It is truly a beautiful space run by wonderful people with terrific food. So go over to the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube channel. Stay with us for the next 2 hours. You're going to see a tour of this beautiful building, hear about some really tremendous renovations that have happened over the years. This building was in ruins, and it was brought back to life to really be a center of the community. So you'll hear about that. As Elyse said, we are in a pledge drive, so we do ask for your support. Support Buffalo Toronto Public Media, the station that brings you all of this wonderful programming, the station that allows us to come out into the community. Call that number on your screen. We rely on your support for the majority of our funding, so that's why we just take a little bit of time out of the programming to ask you for your support. So please call that number on your screen. Stay with us for the rest of the afternoon. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Yes, I'm so excited. Who's first up that we're going to speak to for an interview?
We're going to speak to Seth, who is the owner of the Springville Arts Cafe. So he's going to be with us in just a couple of minutes. We're going to, if you're watching on WNED PBS, you will be going to watch a feature on sponge candy. If you're on the BTPM YouTube channel, you will be hearing from Seth. So, switch over if you want to hear and you want to see some great video from this, this wonderful place. Switch over to the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube channel.
Yes.
Great. And always, your support is appreciated, so please call that number on your screen. Support Buffalo Toronto Public Media. Support the great programming that is here for you. We are a locally owned public broadcasting station, so when we say public, you are the public. Your support is essential to ensuring that our station thrives, and we continue to bring you all of the wonderful programming, continue to showcase all of these beautiful places that are so close in Western New York, just so worthy of your time and your exploration.
Yes, and as we said, if you are local and you're in the area, in the village of Springville, come on down and spend some time with us. As you can see, it's really bustling in here today. Everyone's coming in, getting their food, getting their coffee. It's really going to be an amazing day. And you can meet the owners yourselves if you'd like. This is really such a beautiful story behind this building that we're going to be chatting with the owners about, and kind of tell us how it came to be. As Nancy said earlier, this building was in ruins, and it was through a community effort was brought to be exactly what it is today, a multi-story space for creatives and artists and the community in general. I'm excited to hear how this space has brought more passion to the downtown community. I think it's really great. I'm so excited.
It's really, as someone who's visited the village over the years, this building has really made the corridor more vibrant. Mm-hmm. It is so wonderful to see the life, to see the growth of the businesses. So please join us on the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube channel to hear more about the Springville Arts Cafe. We're going to talk to Seth, the owner. We're going to take a little bit behind the scenes tour, so you can do that with us. If you want to watch the feature on sponge candy, stay with us on WNED PBS. And if you can do so, please support us. Call that number on your screen to support Buffalo Toronto Public Media, the station that brings you all of this wonderful programming. And if you've already a member, we want to thank you for your support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hammond here with Elyse and Seth Wojensky. We are here from the beautiful Springville Arts Cafe, coming to you live today on the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube channel. We are so thrilled, Seth, to be here. Thank you so much for welcoming us.
Super stoked. We're happy to have you here.
So this is, the Springville Arts Cafe is just a true community treasure. It has such a wonderful story, and it really was your vision that brought this to life over a number of years. So take us back to, what was it, 2011, 2012, when you had this little nugget of a thought to say, hey, I'm going to take this building where it's literally crumbling and turn it into a vibrant arts center, cafe and arts center.
Well, first a correction.
Okay.
Yes, I am the often, the finger gets pointed at me, but it's a whole team of people. The vision was shared by so much of the community. So turn back the clock to 2011. This building, the roof was sitting in the basement. No one really knew what to do about it. It was a real hot potato. We acquired the building in 2012 for $1. We overpaid considerably. And there was literally nothing in here to save. We saved some trinkets and a couple of things, but it was all rotted and falling apart. And the why is just not really important. It was what it was. So we worked with partners in the village and the county, a lot of legal stuff on top of the just construction technical problems. We started there was a group of us basically at the back, had to cut the lock off the door. We knew what the situation was, but that was a big discovery just to kind of understand and see. I would say 50 pigeons, had made their home, right, like constantly in here, wide open. All the way down. And then just over time, it was this project that, in fits and starts, we'd raise a little bit of money, we'd do a little bit of work. But right from the very beginning, it felt like we had captured this momentum, this interest, because people care about Main Street.
Yes,
The community is important, and Springville is a very, very vibrant community. We still have a local school and a hospital and all these things. And it was really hard for people to see Main Street kind of fall apart. But it's hard for any one person to do anything about it. And what we did is we gave them an opportunity to be part of the solution. So we did an online fundraising campaign, and we raised some initial money. We had grants from historic preservation, various state agencies, and ultimately where we ended up was we have 350 community owners that came together to make this project possible. And now it's this vibrant cafe with concerts. We had a concert on the stage here last night. We had a workshop below us this morning, public green roof, artist residencies in the apartment spaces. You know, as you can see, just being in here, it's become this real anchor on Main Street.
Yes, it sure has.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you said, I did a little research and I saw that you raised $30,000 in 30 days, right? Through
Actually,
community
we
fundraising?
exceeded our goal. It was $40,000 in 30
Even
days, but
better.
yes.
That's amazing.
It was awesome. Yes, that was
think,
it.
To your point, that kind of really shows the spirit of the community
did.
and how important it was for the community to have this kind of creative space and this artistic. They supported your artistic vision, right? So how has that shaped the community so far? How, like, have you seen the fruitfulness of your results? Like,
Yeah.
well, how have you?
So, you know, the context here is that Springville Center for the Arts is this nonprofit that's been around now for 25 years or so. And that's what the organization basically gave birth to this cafe space.
Yeah.
And the idea was that this space was going to kind of be the pedestrian connection to our arts program. Very accessible. People come in, they see artwork. They come in, they might hit a concert.
Yeah.
Since the cafe opened, it's been shocking how effective that's been. The Art Center's mailing list and program participation has just exploded because the traffic in here has connected to all of these arts levels, and that's at every age level too.
Yeah.
You know?
That's such an inspiring story. I like get goosebumps thinking about how it went from nothing to this big, beautiful and gorgeous place with such an impact clearly on the community. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And if you're just joining us on the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube channel, Elyse and I are here live with Seth Wojcinski, the owner of Springville Arts Cafe. We're talking about the history of this building and how this wonderful cafe came to be. Go to the website, just Google Springville Arts Cafe, and you can see some of the pictures of the before pictures when Seth was talking about those gaping holes that are in the roof where literally the second floor did not exist.
It's
or
pretty
the third
shocking.
floor did
All
not
floors,
exist.
all
Yeah,
floors,
no
nothing.
existed. So yeah, so you can really see how this building was transformed over time. So how did you have a lot of records that showed the historic significance? So you restored it pretty much true to nature, right?
No,
Or just-
it was really our own design.
Okay.
You know, I know people come in and they say, "Oh, this looks like it was here originally." Well, when you sit here, there's the windows, which were patterned off of a photograph from the 1800s. There's the plaster on the outer walls that where it was able to be kept, we kept it. But really everything else on the inside is new. But we wanted it to feel like it was respectful of the history of the building and kind of sympathetic to the existing fabric that was here. So sometimes people get confused because it looks aged, and that's
Yes.
okay.
Oh, I like that. I think that really preserves the integrity of the building as best as you could, and
Yeah.
I think it gives it a more authentic feel anyway, with like the exposed brick and the plaster on the walls.
Sure.
I think it's amazing.
Sure.
It's beautiful.
So we have about 30 seconds left, and we'll let Seth go, for a few minutes. But
Sure.
just want to remind everybody that we are here live at the Springville Arts Cafe. Come on down if you're in the area. Please come and join us. We will be here until 4 o'clock. You're going to see some behind-the-scenes footage of the building, but please come on down and support this wonderful cafe that is right here in the community. And thank you if you're joining us. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Fly away with me, love. When the morning sings to us, let's fly away. You've been caged so long that your birds have lost its song, and the sky is just an echo in your mind. But there's a wide open view waiting just for you if you leave your nest behind. Come fly away with me, love. Well, let's find a shelter, come, let's fly away. Fly away with me, love, on to something better, come, let's fly away. If the day leaves you broken, or the setting sunlight hurts your eyes.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hammond. I am here with Elyse. We are live coming to you from the Springville Arts Cafe in the village of Springville. We are here with one of the owners of the cafe, Seth Wojcinski, who's also the executive director of the Springville Center for the Arts. We are here for two purposes. One is we have a goal to be out in the community and showcase these community treasures. And then we're also here because we are in the middle of our pledge drive, right, Elyse?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So thank you so much for tuning in and for watching us today. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who has already made a donation during this drive. But if you haven't, now is a great time to do it. We're here live at the cafe, and we would seriously appreciate your support. You can do so by calling the phone number that's on your screen. If you want to see us do more things like this in the community, and who knows, maybe we'll come to yours next time. Please give us a donation. Anything that's good for you, it works for us. We appreciate it no matter what. Call that phone number on your screen or head to WNED.org and click the big donate button up in the corner. You can't miss it. We appreciate your support.
Now, Seth, the cafe's been open for about 5 years now, correct?
We opened right sort of the tail end of or the beginning of the pandemic.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
yeah.
Wow. And it's just such a vibrant community treasure here. Take us back to the beginning. So you had this idea back in 2011 to open to restore this building. Take us back to that time when you first saw this building to when,
Yeah, when we first opened the door, the roof was sitting in the basement. All of the floors had collapsed, and no one really knew what to do with the structure. It was just a mystery how to solve, But bit by bit, we cleaned the building out, we acquired some funding in a variety of ways, and rebuilt this structure. And it was always designed to be this connection between the arts and the community. Springville Center for the Arts, there's programming right down the street, but it's a little more of a formal environment. And this environment here, you come in, you get a cup of coffee, you get bread, and you might see music, or you see artwork, or stumble into a classroom. But it's been a long journey, certainly, to get here. Opening during the pandemic was its own set of challenges, but it's been quite a journey to see this many people and the vibrant aspect of the space. It doesn't get old. It's always surprising to me. I'm always like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, well, you've done such an incredible job. Congratulations to you, to Allison, to all of the owners who have really brought this space back. It could be another casualty of a knockdown, but you really had the passion, you had the vision to ensure that this building survived and really transformed Main Street.
Yeah, we wanted to have the impact of essentially saving Main Street. We had lost a number of really important historic buildings here, and this one we said, no, not anymore. So the community came together. We have 350 owners that have helped make this project possible. It's just been a huge community endeavor. The Iron Workers Apprenticeship program helping to put the steel in the building. So many volunteers, countless volunteers, and it just all came together,
That's
just came
fantastic.
together.
Well, stay with us. We will be here until 4 o'clock live at the Springville Arts Cafe. If you're joining us on the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube channel, you'll be able to see some behind the scenes. We'll be talking to Seth a little bit more. You'll maybe hear a little bit of you have some breaking news that you might want to share about something coming up on Wednesday. So please stay with us and support public broadcasting. You can call that number on your screen to make a donation. If you're already a member, thank you. If you're not, please join all of the other members in support.
An echo in your mind, but there's a wide open view waiting just for you. If you leave your nest behind, come fly away with me, love. Well, let's find a shelter, come, let's fly away, fly away. Fly away with me, love, on to something better, come, let's fly away. If the day leaves you broken, or the setting sunlight hurts your eyes, spread your wings, now they're open, feed it in the wind, head up to the skies, fly away with me, love. Well, let's let's find a shelter. Come, let's fly away. Fly away. Fly away with me, love, on to something better. Come, let's fly away. See the flowers in bloom, feel the light lift the gloom. In the afternoon the voices call your name. You were born on the breeze, time to sing from the trees. Let's find a shelter, come on, let's fly away. Fly away with me, love. Won't you find your wings now? Come, let's fly away. Fly away, fly.
Elyse Breeze, and I'm here with Nancy Hammond and Seth Wojcinski. We're here live at the Springville Arts Cafe. As you can see, there's a lot of hustle and bustle around here. We're doing this live program to sort of bring more attention and more awareness to this amazing community treasure that's here in the village of Springville. So we've been chatting a little bit with Seth and kind of learning about the history of this building and about all of the amazing features that are and the amazing events that happen here. Seth, I wanted to know what's your favorite part about this building? There's so many unique features, and I'm curious what your favorite thing is.
That's a really tough one because there's so much love that's gone into this building. I think if I had to pick one little detail, it's not in a public space. It's downstairs. There's a scullery kitchen down in the basement. And we installed a little light tube that brings a little bit of sunlight down into the basement. And the end of that is a stained glass window that we had an artist do, and it's just this simple carrot. And we put that in there because we wanted the people who work there to know that we care about them, right?
That sounds so
But I
great.
think, it's not about the architectural details. It's about what happens in the building. And for me to come in here, we're at a point now where, while I've been so involved in the construction aspect, when I come in and see all the people enjoying themselves and the birthday parties and coming to concerts and coming to gallery events, whatever it is, there's this aspect of it's alive on its own. And I don't have to be around. It still is alive. That's the thing that really sticks with me.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I think that kind of leans into another question I have about the worker-owner model, that everyone feels a part of this space and in shaping the future of this space. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
So the cafe operates as a three-way partnership between the nonprofit Springville Center for the Arts, which does the programming, a group of worker owners that run the food service side of things, and then we have 350 community owners, sort of like a food co-op, the same kind of idea. And these are people that contributed to help make, this space the vibrant space that it is. And of course, they're customers. They did this, they contributed because they want to be in this space. So it means that we have, we do annual meetings, right? And the place is packed. And these are people that want to hear the financials, and they want to hear all the stats about how many loaves of bread, because they care, right? And it's just this amazing thing to have so many people involved and care about what's going on.
That's amazing. If you're just tuning in, we are sitting here chatting in the Springville Arts Cafe with the owner, Seth Wojcinski. We're having a great conversation. Nancy,
One of many, many owners, One of 350.
Oh, wow. I love that.
And you source a lot of your ingredients from local farmers. That's really important.
Sure. I mean, this is a mission-based enterprise, right? So we're here to present art and connect people to art. But on the food side, there's a lot of mission as well. We want to improve the local economy, support local farmers. So as much as possible, we're always sourcing local foods. Even our grains, and Allison can talk about this later on, but the grains in the bread, right? New York sourced grains, which is almost unheard of at this point in time. It's healthy stuff. Even the croissants, right? Sourdough, local grains. It's a better product for you.
wonderful. I can attest to. I've pretty much tried the menu from top to bottom. The rosemary sea salt, the cookies, the shortbread cookies, and the lemon cardamom cookies. Tremendous. If you haven't been here, you have got to take a trip to Springville to come and visit this wonderful arts center, arts cafe. You will not be disappointed. So what's next? So you've got some plans?
Oh gosh, we have a ton of programming. So in this space, let's see, we have concerts coming up. You can see the whole schedule on our website. We have a solo performer later in the month. We have exhibits all the time, workshops all the time. But on a more global scale, we are expanding.
Fantastic.
So in May, we'll have a series of announcements coming out. We're going to expand our community ownership pool. We've acquired the building next door, and we're in the process of rehabbing that. And that's going to allow for the cafe to be more economically sustainable as well as environmentally sustainable. We'll be installing solar panels that can basically power our bread oven.
That's wonderful.
We'll have geothermal heat and cooling, a retail space for fine art, small artworks, as well as artisan food products. And we're installing a commissary kitchen so that food partners who, we want to support these young entrepreneurs. If someone is doing a food business, we want to give them a space so that they can make their products and then sell it as well.
Oh, that's amazing.
That is
Absolutely amazing. We look forward to watching you move through that process.
Yep. A lot of that will be coming out in May, basically. So.
Fantastic. We'll keep an eye on it.
Sure.
So if you're just joining us, we are live at the Springville Arts Cafe, live on YouTube until 4 o'clock. If you're in the area, please come down and join us. It is just a wonderful spot with such great food, fabulous people as well. If you're watching us on TV, you can support us. We're in our pledge drive, so you can call that number on our screen. Support public broadcasting. Support WNED PBS, which is the station that brings you quality programming every day of the week. So please call that number on your screen. If you're already a member, thank you so much for your support.
I'm always happy with you. I'm always happy with you. I see your face and something starts to shine, and it's alright. I've been without you for 3 days, but now I'm happy because you're back. I'm always happy with you.
Hi, my name is Elyse and I'm here at the Springville Arts Cafe in the village of Springville. We're having a great time. We're coming to you live in the middle of our pledge drive, so getting out in the community and really kind of showcasing the amazing work that the village of Springville is doing here and at the Springville Arts Cafe. So I'm here with Nicole and with Ariel. Could you both introduce yourselves and tell me a little bit about you, Nicole?
Sure. My name is Nicole Hepton. I'm the Director of Literary Arts here at the Springville Center of the Arts. The second Wednesday of every month from 6 to 8, we're here with a free event, which can range from an open mic night, a poetry reading, a class, a featured speaker coming in. Yeah, and literary trivia. We do a lot of literary trivia. That's a big one.
Oh, that's so cool.
And
I
they're
love
always
that.
free.
I love that. That's amazing. And when is that?
The second Wednesday of every month.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. And Ariel, can you tell us a little bit about yourself too?
Of course. My name is Ariel Aberg-Rieger, and I'm a visual storyteller and author. I do art of all kinds, and I kind of got roped into Springville and then never left. So I've been down for different engagements, and I'm doing a series of murals here in coordination with the Springville Arts Center this summer. So
That's amazing. So I hear that you're coming through here on Wednesday specifically for an event. Can you tell us a little bit about
the event,
Yeah.
I can. So it'll be a talk. So I'll give a talk about visual storytelling, and I'll talk more about what that is as a medium and what I do, the book that I wrote, and I'll also give a sneak peek of the murals and kind of our process for creating them to get the community more involved in that. And then I'm running a writing group, and so we'll do a little writing prompt and do some collage work together and just hang out.
That's amazing. What is your book called and what is it about?
My book is called America Redux, and it is a book about U.S. history, but it is completely different than the history books that I grew up with, at least when I was younger. It's totally visual, and it's thematic, not chronological, so it jumps around in time. So the whole point is kind of reaching into the past and bringing every story to the present to get a better understanding of who we are as a country and who we have the potential to become.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Nicole, can you tell us how you got in touch with Ariel for the first time to have her coming to these types of events and why she's coming here on Wednesday? Tell us a little bit about that.
I actually was not the first person to make contact with Ariel. You knew Max.
Max Collins brought me in first, yeah.
Yes, he was a staff artist here last summer. He put up a series of murals, including this one of the dog that's right outside here.
Oh, okay.
Which is called The Best Boys. If you haven't seen it yet, I suggest taking a look at it. And then I read her book, and she read the Kirkus Prize, and I didn't actually know that you were here with Max, because Max and I didn't actually work together. And then we collaborated with Seth to bring her here for residency.
And Springville's one of those places, man. I was living in Buffalo for 12 years, had never been to Springville. Max brought me in, and then I'm hooked. I'm in the Springville scene now.
I love that it has drawn you in. And
It has.
That is amazing. Well, thank you so much for giving us a little background, a little history. We're here again at the Springville Arts Cafe. We're coming to you live. We're in the middle of our pledge drive. So I do implore you to make a donation to this station, to Buffalo Toronto Public Media, and call that number on your screen, or go to WNED.org and make that donation there. You can't miss it. It's a big red donate button up in the corner. We so appreciate your support. And if you've already made a donation during this pledge drive, thank you so much. And if you're not a member, today is the perfect time to do it. If you love seeing us out in the community like this, you love seeing these types of live engagement events, we love to do more of them, and we can do that with your support. So call that phone number on your screen, 1-800-727-1017, and become a member today. It is the best decision that you'll make, and it's so easy. We thank you so much in advance for making your donation. Thank you.
Fly away with me, love. Won't you find your wings now? Come, let's fly away. Fly away with me, love. When the morning sings to us, let's fly away. You've been caged so long that your birds have lost its song, and the sky's just an echo in your mind. But there's a wide open view waiting just for you if you leave your nest behind. Come fly away with me, love. Well, let's find a shelter. Come, let's fly away. Fly away with me, love. On to something better. Come, let's fly away. If the day leaves you broken, or the setting sunlight hurts your eyes, spread your wings, now they're open. Feed it in the wind, head up to the skies. Fly away with me, love. Well, let's find a shelter. Come, let's fly away.
Hi, I'm Elyse Breeze, and I'm here at the Springville Arts Cafe in the village of Springville, and we're having an amazing time here today, talking to some of the owners, talking to some of the community members, and some of the people who are just kind of hustling and bustling around here. As you can see, it is a big day here in the cafe. If you're local, come on down and visit us and join us. It's an amazing day here. We're having a lot of fun. Today, right now, I'm here with Nicole and with Ariel. Nicole, would you tell us a little bit about your role here at the cafe?
Sure. My name is Nicole Hebden. I'm the Director of Literary Arts at the Springville Center of the Arts. Every second Wednesday of the month from 6 to 8 p.m. we have a free literary event, which could range from a panel, our open mic nights, a featured speaker, writers groups, and we do occasionally special events on Saturdays as well.
Amazing. And Ariel, you are the featured speaker in question coming up this Wednesday,
I
correct?
am.
Tell us about that. Tell us why you're coming.
Of course, I'm coming because I love coming to the cafe. I love eating their sourdough pretzels and drinking their coffee. But I'm talking about visual storytelling. I'm a visual storyteller. I wrote a book, so I'll talk more about the book, more about the process, more about the kind of work I do. And I'm really excited to work with the town of Springville and with Springville Center of the Arts to install a series of murals this summer. So we're going to be giving a sneak peek to the community about what those murals are going to be and the process behind creating them.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, what is your book called, and where can people find it?
People can find it anywhere books are sold. It's called America Redux, and it's a book about U.S. history, but it's totally visual, it's non-chronological, it's nothing like history books you've seen before.
I love that. Okay. So, Nicole, you brought Ariel in, well, the cafe brought Ariel in for this upcoming event on Wednesday. Are there any upcoming events in the future that you're particularly excited about, that you want to give viewers a little sneak peek about?
Yes, so in April, on April 9th, we're having one of our open mic nights, which they're very cool because the reader reads a piece, and then to the left we have a musician. In this case, it's going to be Stephen Wilger, and he translates your writing into song live. And then on the other side, we have an artist, and this time is going to be Tracy Duvall from Paint Flight Studios, and she creates an original piece of art inspired by your reading, and then you get to take that home. And then in May, we have a class taught by Stephen G. Anil, who is a he's a fiction writer from Buffalo, and he writes fiction inspired by Buffalo history. He's going to be teaching a class specifically about nonfiction and fiction and like autofiction and where the lines are and the ethics involved with that.
Oh, wow, that sounds really, really interesting. That's exciting. And when are those events? Can you tell me again?
The one in April is April 9th, and the one in May is May 14th from 6 to 8 p.m., and they're always free.
Very cool, very cool. So how did you get involved with the Arts Cafe or with the Center for the Arts in general? When did you start getting involved?
I joined staff in 2023. I lived here my entire life. They didn't have a literary department for a long time, and then I went off to college, I went off to grad school, and then I came back and I started pestering staff, who's the executive director, and I'm like, let me do literary events, and I did a couple like on a freelance trial basis, and then in 2023 I came on doing it monthly.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So
Nicole is amazing.
I can tell. So you came on in 2023 when most of this building had already been erected, and but I'm assuming that it has had a lot of progress over the last couple of years. What did it feel like to you as a worker and as somebody who's lived here your entire life, seeing the development of this amazing space for creatives and artists and everyday community members? What is that like?
The Springville Center of the Arts has had a presence in Springville longer than I've been alive, but it definitely has increased since the Arts Cafe became a thing. There is essentially an event here every single night, sometimes multiple events, and no matter what you're interested in, pottery, dyeing fabrics, knitting, calligraphy, if you want to see a live performance, and an acting workshop, there's something here. You can just wander in and there's something to do.
I love that. If you're just tuning in with us on YouTube, we're here at the Springville Arts Cafe. We're live, and we're just kind of enjoying the day, chatting with some of the owners, chatting with community members, and right now we're chatting with Nicole, who is the literary director for the Center for the Arts, and we're here also with Ariel, who is a featured speaker coming to the Arts Cafe on Wednesday, and she's also a visual storyteller, and she has a book out called American Redux. So we're just kind of hanging out, having fun, we're chit-chatting, and we're learning a little bit more about how this came to be the Center for the Arts. So if you're just tuning in now, you have a lot more to see because we're here until 4 o'clock. so no worries on that. Also, we are in the middle of a pledge drive, so if you would like to contribute to this station, to Buffalo Toronto Public Media, please call 1-800-727-1017. That phone number is on your screen. You can also go to WNED.org and click the big red donate button and make your contribution today. As you can see, we are out in the community a lot more often. We're doing these live pledge events, and if you enjoy seeing us doing things like this and you want us to maybe perhaps come to your community next, please consider making your donation today. Again, that phone number is 1-800-727-1017. It's a great time to become a member, and it is the easiest thing you will do today, and you can feel good about supporting your local public media station. So again, for the people who might just be tuning in, Nicole, can you tell us a little bit about maybe the future of how you see your events evolving, and maybe some of the big plans that you have coming up in the next few months? What is your dream for the future?
Sure. In June, we have a big festival here called Art Crawl, and we're going to be launching, we call it a zine, but it's really evolved to more of a magazine. We're going to have 10 pieces by 10 writers who frequently come to our events, and those are going to be accompanied by 10 original illustrations by 5 artists who've also been involved with the Springville in the Arts. So we're going to be handing that out at Art Crawl, and we're hoping to grow that every year into more of a magazine with more contributors. And we're going to continue to do our monthly, sometimes twice monthly events.
It's very cool. And Ariel, you said that you have been sort of drawn into Springville and you just keep coming back.
I have.
But you lived in Buffalo. Do you currently live in Buffalo?
I actually left Buffalo last year, not by choice, but I'm now in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, very cool.
So I'm just here for the week.
So you came all the way out
I
here
came
to
from
be
LA
here.
to Springville to the Arts Cafe.
For the sourdough
Because
pretzels.
this is where it
And
is
for the
at.
literary
Yes,
events.
yes.
That's
The
amazing.
scene is happening here.
What is your favorite thing about the village of Springville?
So what I love about Springville is I've lived in Brooklyn, I've lived in LA, I've lived in Paris, I've lived in Barcelona, and I think in all of these huge cities you have this sense that that's where artists are, right? And they're creating and they're making, and that's true, but I also think that whenever I come into Springville, Seth takes you around town and opens these doors, and suddenly you're in this abandoned, transforming space where someone is tie-dyeing stuff over here and making a moss wall over here, and it's a place where artistic dreams really can happen, and you have the community that supports that and is so energized by that, and you have Seth who is there kind of pulling all this stuff together, and you have this amazing team who's working on it from all aspects, literary and visual, and there's an energy here that is surprising. If you don't know about Springville, it's surprising, but it's incredible how there's just always more. Every time, I've probably known about Springville now for about 2 years, and every time I come back, there's a new building, it's a cool place.
Oh, that's amazing. And I love that you just keep coming back and that you've lived in all of these big cities and you just still
Springville's where it's at, guys. Come to Springville.
Well, thank you both so much for your time today. This has been so enlightening to learn more about your role here at the cafe, and also just that you grew up here and that you've seen this come to life from start to finish. I love that. And also thank you so much for telling us a little bit about yourself. Very excited for you to come back on Wednesday. Again, there's a free event on Wednesday coming up here at the Springville Arts Cafe. Thank you so much for watching. Become a member today and support your public media station. Call the phone number on your screen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Elyse Breeze. I'm here with Nancy Hammond. We're here at the Springville Arts Cafe. We're having so much fun today, chit-chatting with the owners and some community members and the folks who work here. We so appreciate you tuning in. We are in the middle of a pledge drive, so I do want to say if you love the work that we're doing here in the community and we're coming out and doing more of these live pledge events, please consider making a donation today. Call that phone number that's on your screen or go to WNED.org and click the big red donate button. We so appreciate your support. And for everybody who's already donated during this drive, thank you so much. But we're having a great time here today. If you're local, please come on down. It just keeps getting busier and busier by the second, and I'm loving it. I love seeing all of the rallying around this amazing space.
It really is wonderful. And if you have not been to the Springville Arts Cafe, it is truly worth the drive from anywhere in Western New York. Not only do they have really delicious food, and I'm hoping you can see this cheese tray that is in front of us. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. But their coffee drinks are wonderful. The people are great. It is a community ownership model. So the workers here are owners, so they're vested in the business as well. And if you go to the Springville Arts Cafe website, you will see how this beautiful space was transformed from a crumbling building that literally did not have a second floor into this beautiful community treasure that was restored so lovingly and thoughtfully into being such a beautiful space that not only is a cafe, but also has art exhibits and concerts, and it has workshops. So there's so much that this place has to offer. So Elyse and I, we're so thrilled to be here, just being out in the community with you all. If you're watching us on TV, join us on the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube channel. We will be live until 4 o'clock talking to more of the owners, also showing you some behind the scenes video of the kitchen and some other treasures of the building. So please join us on the YouTube channel or stay with us on WNED PBS and of course support us.
Yes, and if you are on the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube channel and you're watching there, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, engage. It really does so much for us in terms of getting our visibility out there to other people who may not know about all of the great work that we're doing here at BTPM. So please like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and continue watching. Again, we're here until 4 o'clock here at the Springville Arts Cafe. We're chatting with the owners, we're talking to some of the workers, we're talking to some of the community members, and we're having a really great time. I'm not saying that just because this honey iced espresso is probably one of the best things I've ever had in my life. This is not a paid ad. I promise. It's so delicious. But thank you so much for tuning in and watching us. If you are not already a member, make that call and become a member today. The phone number is 1-800-727-1017. And if you are a member and you just want to consider giving a little extra, we so appreciate that as well. Anything that's good for you works for us. Our commitment to coming out in the community more often and being live in these events and alive in these spaces, it really can only be done with your help. So we greatly appreciate your generosity.
That's right. We are member supported. We rely on your support to make up over 50% of the revenue that comes to Buffalo Toronto Public Media. That's why we're asking you to call that number on your screen, scan the QR code, go to the website WNED.org. You can click the big red donate button, but please consider financially supporting Buffalo Toronto Public Media, the station that brings you all of this great content, the station that allows Elyse and I to come out into the community and just be part of the community to showcase other community treasures for you. So call that number on your screen. Please be a member. Support not only Buffalo Toronto Public Media, but other arts and cultural institutions in the community. Call that number on the screen, 1-800-727-1017. Pledge online at WNED.org. If you're already a member, thank you so much for your support. If you're not, we're just waiting for you to join our family. And thank you.
And something starts to shine and it's alright. I've been without you for 3 days, but now I'm happy because you're back. I'm always happy with you. happy with you. I'm always happy with you. I see your face and I see a big smile in the sky, the biggest I've ever seen. That's when I feel that I'm happy, only when I'm with you, and that's how I feel. I'm always happy with you. I'm always happy.
Hello, and thank you for tuning back in with us. I'm Elyse Breeze. I'm here with Nancy Hammond and also Allison Dewey from the Springville Arts Cafe. We're here in the village of Springville. We're coming to you live, chatting with some of the owners like Allison and like Seth, and also some of the community members and the other people who have a stake in this amazing, beautiful community treasure. So Allison, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here.
So I'm one of the founders and worker owners here at the cafe, and I think, as you guys have hit on, our uniqueness is that we're both worker owned and community owned, and I came to this project with a background in community organizing, and how did it all start? I think I actually trace my connection to this project on the birth of my third child.
Oh my gosh.
So I think Seth told you the story of opening the back door and breaking that lock.
Yes,
so
right.
In that photo, I'm 8 months pregnant. And so I think 12 years ago, and really probably before that, started my involvement in this project. And I think I've been part of the visioning and then the nuts and bolts of getting to what you see today in terms of vision becoming reality.
So what did you think when, was it Seth who first came to you with this idea? What were you saying? Oh my God.
So we are married, and we spend a lot of time talking about things. And I was on the board at Springville Center for the Arts, and part of that work, I think I was president when we bought the former Baptist church. So I think my role usually is to be the person who says, yeah, that seems possible. And then I think the talent that the two of us have is just that we're both really persistent and understand that things take time, and that with vision, though, I think there's just a lot of excitement in this community, and just conversation after conversation to move things along.
Yeah. And you've had a lot of challenges along the way, from renovation, things that kind of halted renovations, and then the pandemic. So talk about how you really persevered throughout all of those challenges.
Sometimes maybe it's just a reframe. So I think COVID definitely threw us for a loop. So there's several other people actually sitting behind me that were part of all of the initial planning for the cafe, and I think we got to a point where the building was not finished at all. The space we're sitting in was very, very raw, but we thought we had sort of the last leg of financing figured out, and so we were going to open, and the whole building was going to open. This space that you're in was going to open. You were going to be able to get your espresso drink. Maybe not the cheese tray yet, but like the whole menu was going to be here. And then the pandemic happened.
Right.
And so I think it was back to the drawing board on what really makes sense in this moment. And we now think, look back on that pretty positively, that we realized we were going to lose more money staying closed than trying to do something. So we opened the back door. We called it the Back Door Bakery. There was a little sign out back. People lined up in their masks and came in really just to get bread and pastries and drip coffee. And it was beautiful. We got to have conversations with people. We got to talk about where we were headed. And I think from running a food business standpoint, we learned a lot in that stage.
Yeah.
And so as challenging as it was, it positioned us to be ready to go bigger. And so we took advantage of the challenge, put it that way.
You made lemonade out of lemons, it sounds like. I mean, that's a really difficult time to open a brand new space like this, I would assume. I mean, I can't even imagine the thought process of, okay, do we just continue? Do we keep trying? Do we stay closed? And then, managing to having the line up of people outside. It's just so funny to think about now.
And it was I think from our mission is to bring people together, to build community through food and art. And so I think, the part that felt not good was, sure, come on in. If you could stand 6 feet away from the other person that's in this space. And then if you could leave, we'd really appreciate that. And so we're just really happy that now we're able to enjoy this space and that people are able to come in and do what we're really all about.
If you're just tuning in with us now, we're here at the Springville Arts Cafe, chatting with Allison Dewey, one of the founders and co-owners of the cafe. Allison, I'm curious about the food and the drinks here. You work with local farmers and you work with local, local farmers and local suppliers.
Yeah.
Suppliers, that's the word. I'm like, oh goodness. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about that partnership?
Sure, and we always want to do better, but when we were thinking about our menu, it's really sort of 4 pillars. So bread, beverage, soup, sandwich.
That's my food pyramid.
Super, yeah. And for all the folks out there who are like, I'm watching my carbs, we just say the bread we're making is not bad for you. It's actually, frankly, so good for you. And so don't be worried about those carbs. But
it's made with love. It's mixed out.
Totally love. And in terms of,
we gotta go.
Spread your wings, now they're open. Feed it in the wind. Head up to the skies, fly away. Fly away with me, love. Well, let's find a shelter. Come, let's fly away. Fly away. Fly away with me, love. On to something better. Come, let's fly away. See the flowers in bloom. Feel the light lift the gloom. In the afternoon, the voices call your name. You were born on the breeze, time to sing from the trees. Let's find a shelter, come on, let's fly away. Fly away with me, love. Won't you find your wings now? Come, let's fly away. Fly away with me, love. When the morning sings to us, let's fly away. You've been caged so long that your birds have lost its song, and the sky is just an echo in your mind. But there's a wide open view waiting just for you if you leave your nest behind. Come fly away with me, love. Well, let's find a shelter. Come, let's fly away. Fly away with me, love. On to something better. Come, let's fly away. If the day leaves you broke.
Hi, thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Elyse here with Nancy Hammond and Allison Dewey. We're talking a little bit about the Springville Arts Cafe. Allison is one of the founders and a co-owner here. Right before our last break, we were talking about the suppliers and the farmers that this cafe works with. So I'll hand it over to Allison to keep talking about that.
Sure, and I think I was chatting a little bit about our bread, and again, we'd always love to do even more, but we're really proud that we're making a product that's really basic, just flour, water, salt, and we're trying largely to use grains that are grown and milled in New York State, that are organic, that are healthier for you. I won't go too far down the rabbit hole of grain production and roller milled versus stone ground, but we use stone ground flour. Grown and milled in New York State in the Trumansburg area. And then when it comes to, you have a cheese tray actually in front of you that's all New York State cheeses, and that's something we're rolling out right now. You're not going to get a tomato here unless it's tomato season. So if you come in and say, could I have tomato on my egg sandwich or my turkey, you're not going to get that unless it's tomato season. And we want to keep elevating that aspect of the business in terms of thinking about what's growing right now. We have a CSA dirt-rich farm that's just outside of town, and several other that aren't that far away. And so when we can source produce that's local and in those cases organic, that's really what we want to do.
Yeah. And what thought goes into your menu and some of the items that you have on your menu? So we eat here often. One of our favorites, I think it's called Call Me Al with sauerkraut on it, which you wouldn't think sauerkraut, eggs, but
It's
it is
amazing.
really one of the favorites of ours. So when you're thinking of those things, usually you wouldn't think of putting those together.
So our Carol Brucato, who's one of our original founding worker owners and really who I think we would all refer to as the chef, I think as we were designing the breakfast menu, and again, not wanting to have too many items, simple is something we're going for. So we'll always accommodate someone with, has particular questions or wants us to do something special. We'll try and figure it out. But you're not overwhelmed hopefully with options when you walk in, and that's important to us. The breakfast sandwiches were designed collectively, so it was Carol asking a lot of us as well as some customers, what's your favorite breakfast sandwich? So the Call Me Al actually started out as the Call Me Seth.
Oh.
And it had roasted garlic rather than caramelized onions. And
I
that's,
want both, right?
yes. So maybe.
Yeah.
Seth remains a little offended that his younger brother showed up and was like, sub-caramelized onions,
And the people loved it?
people loved it. And so it became, and the Call Me Al and the song, Paul Simon, it just felt right. So
That's great.
I love that, because you only use the fruits and vegetables and things that are in season, your menu must rotate very often with the season. So what is, right now, I guess would you be still in your winter season, or are you kind
a
of
little
moving
bit,
into
yeah.
spring?
It's a bit. We're looking forward to spring, I'd
Yeah.
say. And so we have a kale, like a sautéed kale, essentially fancy grilled cheese up there right now, since we can still get kale, and just moved out of a roasted squash, vegetarian panini. So we try and always balance, vegetarian and vegan options, while also recognizing that around here, at least, it's still important to make sure we have meat options as well. And we're doing a Reuben right now with New York State, really good sauerkraut, so
There's an
highly
herb
recommended.
mushroom sandwich that I saw up on that board, and if I can squeeze out of here and order one to go, that would be awesome. Wink, wink. Just kidding. Well, I'm not, but everything that you offer here is really so amazing. When you first initially came into this business, what was this your vision for the menu, for the drinks and the food and everything, or?
I think I'm a little bit more on the bread side of things, and also how are we living our mission? And so that idea of, we want people to come here because they're seeking a really good cup of coffee. Again, to some of that supplier question, we're looking for companies that, like us, are worker owned or that are B Corps, that are looking at a different bottom line than just profitability, but have some mission to their business. So when it comes to what butter we're sourcing, we partner with Equal Exchange on our coffee and espresso. So those sorts of decisions and how to work on that. And then, again, my personal responsibility is I am making and shaping the loaves of bread that are sort of the foundation of a lot of the menu items, but Carol and others are figuring out what makes sense to offer. Though, the worker ownership part means we make a lot of collective decisions. So we go slow in our decision making around menu because there's a lot of deliberation and collaboration. But we want you to come here, and the food needs to be outstanding, but we want you mostly to leave saying, it just felt really great in there.
Yeah.
And that means our staff should, be very welcoming. You should feel like this is a place that maybe you showed up for lunch, but you're going to stay for an afternoon drink, or that it's hard to leave. That's the full part of our mission is that you come here and you feel inspired and restored, and that we're building community through food and art. So,
I would say the staff is outstanding here. I've never been here where I've had a bad experience where someone has been anything less than very pleasant.
Good.
And we'll come in. So one question. you open at 9 on a Saturday. Right at 9, there's always people in here.
Yeah.
You've got a fully stocked case of baked goods and breads. What time do you have to start baking to have the cases stocked
Well,
in the morning?
thankfully it's not me anymore, but we get staff rolls in starting around 4 a.m. on
Oh
a
my
Saturday.
gosh.
So, yeah,
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah.
So if you're just joining us, we are live here at the Springville Arts Cafe. I'm Nancy Hammond with Elyse Breeze and Allison Dewey, one of the owners of this wonderful cafe. If you're in the area, please stop down and join us and grab some food, grab some lunch, some coffee. If you're watching us, please pledge of support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media. We are a member-supported organization. We're asking for your support during our pledge drive. Call that number on your screen, go to our website. Support public media. It is so important now more than ever. If you're already a member of this great station, thank you so much for your support. If not, we're waiting for you. Join all of our family, become a member of Buffalo Toronto Public Media, and thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hammond. I'm here with Elyse Breeze and Allison Dewey and Isaac from the Springville Arts Cafe. We're coming to you live until 4 o'clock today, so we thank you for joining us on YouTube. We've been spending time talking to Allison and Seth, the two people who were behind the vision of this wonderful arts cafe, learning a little bit more about the history of the building, all the wonderful things that they do in the community. And we're so happy to be joined by Isaac, who is a volunteer here at the Arts Cafe. Isaac, tell us a little bit about what you do here.
Yes. Allison here gave me a list like the laundry and the dishes. And sometimes I like to pick one of the lunches or the soups or bagels I like to eat, and I put every 30 minutes, when that 30 minutes is over, you need to go back to work.
Oh my goodness, that is great.
And sometimes on Thursday, I help Roberto, the one that comes on Thursday, do the Spanish class and like the tables. And on the board over there is about the communal owners, and every time you want to be a communal owner, you can get your very own coffee.
Oh, that's amazing.
Is your family on that board, Isaac?
Yes, my parents and my grandpa and Mary Jane is on that board.
That's wonderful. So what's your favorite item on the menu?
My favorite menu is probably like the soups, and this new sandwich for today is the Arts Reuben.
Yes, yum.
That sounds so good. Is that like a St. Patrick's Day special?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it.
So Elyse, why don't you talk a little bit about the community here? And you have a history in Springville. You left a little bit, but you came back because really this is where your heart was.
Yeah, and I think, sometimes we need to leave the place we grew up. I think Springville as a small town to a teenager felt a little too constrictive. So I went away for college and then did some organizing in various parts of the country. And I think you come back and you realize that both the geography of this place is amazing. What can feel stifling as a small town, perhaps to a high schooler, suddenly feels really welcoming as a young adult and someone who's buying a home and starting a family. But I think, choosing to live here also meant choosing to do the work necessary in this community to really help enliven it and invigorate it. I think, we really want to I want to live in a small town that has a bustling Main Street, where you can be on a Saturday afternoon in a cafe that has people, talking, having conversation, etc., where you can walk down the street and there's things going on where the businesses aren't shuttered. We are a community that saw big box development on the outskirts, and I think new solutions were needed to figure out how to create a vibrant downtown here. And so, really in some ways similar to public media, I think, the solutions to small town problems in a place like Springville that isn't full of super wealthy people is to think differently about how we do this and to pull together to do it, because that's what small towns do really well.
Right.
And so I think the idea here was, let's build energy and support and community investors, right? Members, people who are saying, we're going to give money to make this possible. We want to own a piece of Main Street. We want to help make something wonderful happen in our community because that's the town we want to live in. And so, everything from the folks who volunteer their time to teach a language class or do construction here or just give money, that's what's made it possible.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for all that you have done to really bring this community treasure to us.
I'm always happy with you. I'm always happy with you. everything starts to shine and it's alright. I've been without you for 3 days, but now I'm happy because you're back. I'm always happy with you.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hammond. I am here with Lisa LaTrovato and Allison Dewey. We are coming to you live from the village of Springville at the Springville Arts Cafe. We are out here in the community just really hearing about this wonderful cafe, the history behind not only the building and the renovation, but just how this cafe has been a catalyst to really making Main Street vibrant again. If you're watching us on YouTube, you've been seeing some behind-the-scenes footage of the great cafe, hearing its history. If you're watching us live on WNED PBS, you've been watching some of our local programming, and we're so happy to have you. So I just want to talk a little bit about, Lisa, you are a member owner of this cafe, so there is a member owner model that we'll hear a little bit about. You are a member owner
Absolutely.
of that. So talk about what brought you to be a member of the cafe.
Well, Ellison didn't believe me at first, but my friend Catherine told me there's this great place in Springville. You go skiing in Ellicottville, you have to stop on the way down, and I did. And the first time I was here, I'm like, this is incredible. There's an option to invest in a great organization. I'm in. So I filled out the application. Allison called me. She really didn't believe it. She's like, I don't know who this lady is, but it's just been great since. And I know so many people who have been touched by this location. And for me, as investing now or then, it's about how they work with Springville and Erie County and the Arts Center to make this happen. It's a real community effort. And it's wonderful that we're here to be able to amplify that.
Right.
And that's what public media is. And that's why we're so happy to be here today.
And you are a mission-driven cafe. So tell us a little bit about the mission of the Springville Arts Cafe.
So our mission is to be a space that feels inspiring and where you feel restored, and that we are building community through food and art. And that we have this unique and direct connection and participation with Springville Center for the Arts. So we have, truly a sort of nonprofit collaboration. And I think we all just understand that we need each other. So again, a community like Springville isn't going to be able to support a multi-art center doing the level of programming that Springville Center for the Arts is if we don't have a vibrant downtown. And we really benefit from the programming that happens on the stage and in the spaces that folks have probably seen some footage from. So it brings traffic in here, it builds awareness for the Art Center, and it's just mutually beneficial. And I think, we're really partnering with all the businesses on Main Street to say, how do we work together to continue to create life in this community so that, we can all benefit from that.
And I encourage you, if you don't know anything about the Springville Arts Cafe, go to their website, just Google Springville Arts Cafe. You can read about the history, you can see the calendar of events that's coming up. It's such a tremendous space that has artists, it has artwork hanging on the walls, it has workshops, there's a wonderful rooftop garden upstairs. Talk a little bit about the rooftop garden.
Well, and I think you'll hear from Mary Carroll later, who's one of our community owners and board members, and she coordinates the volunteers on that part of the building. But that is really, the benefit of taking a nearly collapsed structure is that you can do with it this really ultimate vision. So we were able to start with a garden on the roof, and we were able to engineer the building in a way to support that. And it grows us some herbs and a little bit of food. It's just beautiful to sit on. And benefits of green roofs technically are, they're going to help keep the building cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. So they're an energy savings, and from a financial standpoint, that's why we do it.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you, Allison, for being here. Thank you, Lisa, for being here. We really, we just so appreciate the partnerships that we have with other nonprofits. We have a great synergy. We are both truly member organizations. We at Buffalo Toronto Public Media, we rely on your support to make up over 50% of our revenue, so we're asking for your support. Please call that number on your screen. Go to the website, to make a donation. But it is really your contributions that are essential to not only small businesses like the Springville Arts Cafe, but to Buffalo Toronto Public Media. So please, if you're not a member, call that number on your screen, go to the website, become a member. I can tell you that you will feel so good knowing that you are supporting Buffalo Toronto Public Media, the station that brings you this wonderful local programming. And thank you.
On to something better, come let's fly away. See the flowers in bloom, feel the light lift the gloom. In the afternoon the voices call your name. You were born on the breeze, time to sing from the trees. Let's find a shelter.
Go for it.
Let's fly away. Fly away with me, love. Won't you find your wings now? Come, let's fly away. Fly away with me, love. When the morning sings to us, let's fly away. You've been caged so long that your birds have lost its song, and the sky is just an echo in your mind. But there's a wide open view waiting just for you if you leave your nest behind. Come fly away with me, love. Well, let's find a shelter. Come, let's fly away. Fly away with me, love. On to something better. Come, let's fly away. If the day leaves you broken, or the setting sunlight hurts your eyes, spread your wings, now they're open. Feed it in the wind, head up to the skies. Fly away with me, love. Well, let's find a shelter. Come, let's fly away. Fly away with me, love. On to something better.
Much for staying with us. I'm Elyse Breeze. I'm here with Nancy Hammond, and we're also here with Mary Carroll. We're here at the Springville Arts Cafe in the village of Springville, having a great time speaking with some owners, the founders, some community members here. As you can see, it's a busy day here in the cafe. I love seeing the spirit of the community here in this amazing community treasure that is the Springville Arts Cafe. So Mary Carroll, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name's Mary Carroll Deering, and I've been involved with the Arts Center and the Springville Center for the Arts, and specifically the Arts Cafe, for about 10 years now. So this is like a second home to me. I'm involved in multiple levels here at the cafe. I manage the green roof, which is up on the...
I was waiting to talk about this.
So if you haven't been up there, please go and take some pictures, although it's kind of gray and maybe a little snow right now. But I'm also on the board here at the cafe, and I'm a community owner.
That's fantastic.
That's amazing.
So what was the thought behind the green roof? I'm sorry.
No, I was going to ask the same thing.
I think the master thought from that came when they planned this building, and they knew that they had this opportunity to create something really innovative and cool, and the green roof was actually the very first thing that was completed here. So I think the thought process was multiple fold, that they wanted to do something good for the environment. It offsets the carbon footprint here, and it's also a beautiful space where you can take your coffee and go check it out. And we grow food for the cafe and cut flowers. Yeah.
That's amazing. How did you, so you said you've been involved for about 10 years, right? How did you initially, what was your initial passion for getting involved with the board, with the Center for the Arts?
Well, I've lived all over Western New York, and I moved to Springville at a time when I knew nothing about this community, and I knew I needed to get involved. I was still working in the Williamsville area. I was a social worker, and I wanted to meet people, so I volunteered at the Art Center, and I love to garden, and I heard about the roof, so that's how I got involved with that. And then they kind of have this way of like pulling you in, with different things, so that's how I got involved and entangled in all of the different aspects of it, in a good way.
Amazing. So if you're just tuning in with us again, I'm Elyse Breeze. This is Nancy Hammond, and we're here with Mary Carroll, who is a co-owner of the co-op, of the. Well, I guess it is kind of a co-op,
yeah,
huh?
sort of.
Of this cafe, and we're talking a little bit about how she got involved here at the cafe and the amazing, unique green roof. Has that been used as sort of an educational tool or an environmental kind of tool within the community? Do anybody come and see it, like kids or anything?
Yeah, so I'm part of, we call ourselves the Greenskeepers, and we have this amazing group of volunteers who meet here in the nice weather, every week, and we try to offer opportunities, for instance, for other garden clubs to come and visit and maybe have lunch down here at the cafe or have breakfast. We also offer a variety of classes here that are on, in fact, I think today there might have been something on growing native herbs. I believe there was something today on that. So we try to offer a variety of programs that are kind of coincide with what we're doing up there and just integrate the programming in the cafe.
That's amazing. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much. Hello, and thank you so much for staying. Thank you so much for sticking with us. My name is Elyse Breeze, and I'm here with Nancy Hammond and Mary Carroll. We're here at the Springville Arts Cafe in the village of Springville. We're having a great day speaking with people like Mary Carroll, the co-owners of this great cafe, the founders of the cafe, and some community members who have just understood and seen the value of this amazing space that came from absolute ruins and is now this gorgeous, amazing, artistic and creative space. So we're really having a great time here. If you're local, we're going to be here until 4 o'clock. Come on down, get a cup of coffee, get a snack, whatever you'd like. But we thank you so much for tuning into this and seeing us do this, because we are actually in the middle of a pledge drive right now. So if you love seeing this kind of work that we're doing, seeing the local community engagement, seeing us out in the field and live doing these types of events, we do that with your contributions and with your help. This is a member-supported station, so please take action now and call the phone number that's on your screen and become a member today. If you're not already a member, it's a great time to become one. And if you just love this type of content and you want to see more of it, show us with your donation of generous support. Make that call 1-800-727-1017 or head to WNED.org. So we're here again talking to Mary Carroll. She is a co-owner of this cafe and has had a lot of involvement over the years. You said about 10 years ago you started getting involved with the Center for the Arts. Can you tell us about it?
Sure, yeah. I moved to Springville about 10 years ago from Williamsville. I've lived all over Western New York. But when I came here, I really knew no one and nothing about this community, so I very quickly learned about the Center for the Arts, and when I would walk by this place, it was kind of a hole in the ground at that point, but there was a lot of activity going on, and it seemed to be a hub in the community. So I quickly asked around and learned that there was a lot to do. So I started to volunteer, and I love gardening, and that's what brought me to the green roof, which is upstairs. And now I manage the green roof and a bunch of wonderful volunteers who work up there every Friday in the nice weather. We grow food for the cafe, and we offer programs that integrate what we do up there with what's happening at the Art Center. Today, for instance, there was something on native plants, or native herbs rather. So we try to really have a thorough sense of programming and offering a community space for people to come and enjoy life in Springville.
That's wonderful. And the Village of Springville truly is a hidden gem in our community. And having the Springville Arts Cafe rooted here is just, it's really worth a drive from anywhere in Western New York. And we as Buffalo Toronto Public Media, we are a mission-driven organization, as is the Springville Arts Cafe. And it is our mission to raise awareness to these, you're a nonprofit. So we're here to raise awareness to the wonderful things that the Springville Arts Cafe does in the community, from having the programs and workshops that you were talking about, Mary Carol, to having artists and residents here, just to being a community gathering space. So if you, if you value things like this, if you value public television, please come here to Springville Arts Cafe, support them, and also support your local public broadcasting station. You can call the number on the screen. If you're not a member, we're asking for you to become a member, become a financial contributor to this station. You can also go to the website, WNED.org, scan that QR code, but please support not only Buffalo Toronto Public Media, but also support these wonderful community treasures like the Springville Arts Cafe. Mary Carol, thank you so much for coming, and thank you for all that you do for the cafe.
Thank you.
And something starts to shine, and it's alright. I've been without you for 3 days, but now I'm happy because you're back. I'm always happy with you. Happy with you. I'm always happy with you. I'm always happy with you.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hammond. I am here with Elyse Breeze and Lisa Latrovato. We are coming to you live from the Village of Springville, and specifically we are at the Springville Arts Cafe. We are just having so much fun here in the community at this really wonderful cafe and really art center. So come on down. We'll be here till 4 o'clock live. We appreciate you joining us. Lisa, you not only work for Buffalo Toronto Public Media, but you also are a community owner of this great space. So talk to us a little bit about both being a community owner and about what you do at Buffalo Toronto
Absolutely. So at Buffalo Toronto Public Media, I am the Director of Leadership and Legacy Giving. So I get to work with our wonderful donors every day. And actually some who are here right now is in the background that you can see. And here as a community owner, it's wonderful to invest in this cultural gem that they have here in Springville. And it's really an anchor to the community. It's the gateway to Springville and the Main Street corridor. Seth and I were speaking just a few hours ago, and basically there was a lot of abandoned buildings before this happened. So they really were the energy that happened. And it's really wonderful that here at local public media that we're able to amplify stories like this. We are local. We are here in your community. We are where you are. And it's so wonderful that we're here today to tell this story and to be with both of you.
Yeah, it's been really a great day so far, and this is actually my first time at the Arts Cafe. I actually had not heard of it before this, and so as I was doing some research and digging and trying to understand it, I was just enamored with the story. I think it's amazing, and you can go on their website and you can see it for yourself how it really came from nothing and it was in ruins and has been built up into the amazing place that it is. And we keep saying the Arts Cafe, and that is what it's called, but it's so much more than that, right?
Absolutely.
And I think that's amazing. So, and they do have that ownership model, and you're an owner.
Yes.
And I can't help but think that that's so similar to Buffalo, Toronto Public Media and public media in general, that like everybody who is a donor and a member, it's like you're co-owning this station. You have a stake in what we produce and what we make and what we broadcast, and that's why we do things like this in the community, because we know how much our members and how much our viewers love that. So I think I just can't help but think of like the parallels between our two. We're not so different,
Exactly. Lisa invested in this wonderful establishment. Our viewers invest in the station. So
Yes.
I'll put the plug in. Call that number on your screen, 1-800-727-1017. If you're not a member, become a member of Buffalo Toronto Public Media. Your support is essential to our success, and we could not be out in the community really raising awareness to this wonderful space without your support. So please support public broadcasting, support small businesses. Come down and visit Springville Arts Cafe. It's worth the drive.
Yes,
From
it is.
anywhere. If you're living in the city of Buffalo, surrounding suburbs, it is worth the drive. Not only patronize this wonderful space, but there are so many great small businesses all along the main strip.
Absolutely, and I was actually shopping a little bit before I got here. It happens.
go afterwards.
Absolutely. That home goods store, you know what I mean? Right down the street, and there's actually a butcher shop. I mean, who in a town has a butcher shop anymore? And it's wonderful to see. And you have to come back in the spring and the summer to see that rooftop garden. The view of Springville is the gateway to the southern tier, but also just a really refreshing area to be in, a moment of peace. But what vision they had to do that. And exciting enough, they bought the building next door. So they're looking to expand, and just today the owners have an opportunity to do that and invest once more. $30,000 in 30 days the first time. What a way to do that. We're living in a very dynamic time of change, but with change comes opportunity.
Right.
And this is your opportunity to invest in your local public media station by calling the number on the screen or going online, because we can't do what we do without you.
Yes, that's exactly right.
And it's so wonderful sitting in this space that was literally crumbling. And you can see, if you go on the Springville Arts Cafe website, you can see those pictures, the before pictures of literally no second floor, the roof caving in. And, a lot of places it would be a tear down, and this beautiful structure would be gone. So having Seth and Allison have that vision to restore this place and now invest in the building next door it's so wonderful. And we are so grateful to them for their vision, for their perseverance, because they've had challenges all along the way.
Absolutely.
But it takes a village. It takes not only their vision and their perseverance, but all of the community owners who have helped really, raise up this project. So it's just a really, truly wonderful story.
Absolutely, and what people don't realize is, they are part of the community. Seth was just at a play at the high school last night,
Oh my gosh.
playing the guitar. That's the fabric of the community, and you can see the fabric of the community sitting behind us. And just like public media, we tell the stories of what's happening in our community. We are where you are. So please think about how you can invest in both the Arts Cafe, but also your local community and Buffalo Toronto Public Media by calling that number on the screen or going on our website. Thank you very much.
Hello and welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Elyse and I'm here with Nancy Hammond and Elyse Trovato. We're here live at the Springville Arts Cafe, and we're just having a great day here talking to a lot of the community members, the founders, the community owners who have such a stake in this amazing community treasure is the best way to describe it. We've been talking a lot about how this is, reinvigorating the main street in Springville. So it's been a really wonderful day. There's a lot of people here, and if you're local, please come on down. But we couldn't do this type of live coverage if it weren't for your support. So if you are a member, thank you so much. And if you're not yet a member, then right now is the perfect time to become one. You can call that number that's on your screen and become one today, or you can go to WNED.org, tap that big red donate button, and make your donation to this station. Buffalo Toronto Public Media couldn't do this without you.
That's right. And the Springville Arts Cafe is just such a community treasure. If you can see behind, it is just a wonderful gathering space where, not only the residents of the village can come together, but people all across Western New York can come together, have a great meal, have a great cup of coffee, and just sit and talk to each other and, just be together. And they have wonderful programs. It's not only a cafe and restaurant, but they have artists and residents. They have workshops. So Lisa, you are a community owner.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that, and tell us a little bit about, why you chose to support Springville Arts Cafe.
Absolutely. So a friend of mine a few years ago said, Lisa, you have to go down and see what they're doing in Springville. It's a wonderful arts center, but also a cafe, and they have an amazing rooftop garden that you have to take in. And I encourage everybody to come when it's a little bit warmer weather to see that. But what really made me invest is kind of like what we do at Public Media. They had a lot of different parties, like the village and the county and the Arts Center work together to bring this community asset to the people of Springville. Springville is the gateway to the southern tier, and they took a dilapidated building. They asked people to sign up to be members, just like we do at Public Media, and within 30 days they raised $30,000.
Phenomenal.
And it's such an amazing, amazing place, gathering spot and performances. And actually they're looking to expand to the building next door, and it will be the gateway to Main Street and to a bustling area. But again, like Public Media, we're local and we're everywhere you are. So we encourage you to come down today and take a look. The summer is just around the corner, especially with this beautiful weather. And take a look at what we see here today at the Arts Center.
Yes, this has been an amazing day so far. We're absolutely having an amazing time. Excuse me. If you'd like to become a member today and support Buffalo Toronto Public Media and support the community engagement initiatives that we're taking part in, like being live here in Springville, please become a member today or make your donation, 1-800-727-1017. It is so easy, and it's the best thing that you'll do today, and you can feel good about supporting your public media station, because we can't do this important work being out into the community and having everybody here. The energy is amazing, but we can't do it without you, so please make your donation today. Again, 1-800-727-1017 or go to WNED.org.
That's right. It's your dollars that have allowed us to bring the local programs that you have been watching this afternoon to you. We could not bring those programs to you without your support. And it's also your dollars that allow us to showcase these wonderful community treasures like the Springville Arts Cafe. So please support public broadcasting. Call that number on your screen. Support the wonderful small businesses in your community. Take a ride out to the Springville Arts Cafe. I can tell you, you will not be disappointed. So we want to thank everybody who are members. If you're not a member, please call right now.
Thank you.
I see your face and something starts to shine, and it's so right. I went without you for 3 days, but now I'm happy because you're back. I'm always happy with you. I'm always happy with you. happy with you. I'm always happy with you. I see your face and I see a big smile in the sky, the biggest I've ever seen. That's when I feel that I'm happy, only when I'm with you, and that's how I feel. I'm always happy with you. I'm always happy with you. I'm always happy with you. I'm always happy with you.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hammond. I'm here with Elyse Breeze, Ellison Dewey, and Seth Wojcicki. We are coming to you live from the Village of Springville and the Springville Arts Cafe. We've been here since 2 o'clock. We'll be here until 4, having a great time, just truly spending time in this community treasure. We've been seeing behind-the-scenes video of the Arts Cafe. We've been hearing from Allison and Seth, who are two of the owners of this great establishment. And we've also been asking for your pledge of support, so you can call that number on your screen and support public broadcasting. So Seth and Allison, thank you so much for opening your space to us and just telling us a little bit about the history of this building, of your passion, your vision for this incredible space. Talk to us about some of the programming that you do, not only here, but also with your, I would say, sister organization, the Springville Center for the Arts.
You want to start? You want to start out, or
You're the executive director of the Arts Center.
Oh man,
I mean,
you know, we have close to 200 events a year, so it's really hard to cover everything. We've got a great literary program this Wednesday with Ariel Aber-Greiger, who you guys spoke with. You know, huge score there.
What time is that at?
6:30, free artist talk, really fun.
I think it's at 6.
6, okay, whatever, close enough. Let's see. Abigail Oakley will be performing here, singer-songwriter, really brilliant, at the end of the month. We have a great program coming that we're actually doing in partnership with the schools. It's Too Many Zoos. They're a 3-piece brass group. They kind of like look like they're busking in New York City, but don't be fooled. They play these giant events, really cool. That'll be on April 5th. And they're coming in to do a residency program. They'll be here all week long, working with kids, doing clinics, playing with local musicians, and then doing this giant show. And I would be remiss if I didn't put a plug in for our art crawl. So art crawl, very special. Yeah, okay. First Saturday of June 7th. We close down Main Street. We put artwork in all the businesses, parade, musicians all around, the drummers, and I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. And then big party at the church where our main multi-art center is afterwards. And that's like a great all-ages event. Anybody can come, kids, adults, you know, it's a choose-your-own-adventure thing. There's vendors, there's merchants, there's everything, and it's all free. So it's a lot of fun.
That's amazing. No pressure to buy anything. You can walk around, you can partake in the music, you can look at the wonderful artwork, and just be part of the community. It really is. It's a wonderful thing. You also have, I saw on the website, an auction coming up for the Springville Arts Center.
Yeah, we have this art and antique auction that'll be this Saturday.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow.
This Saturday coming right up, and it's a mix of donated artwork and antiques. Live auction, you know, the old school way, right? Live auction, and it's just all to benefit the Art Center's programming. It's a lot of fun. You know, it's a lot of people buying artwork from other people that donated artwork because we're all the people who love it. So it's a lot of fun though.
I'll just maybe mention two things, and one is that I think, folks should come to Springville. They should definitely swing through the cafe and get something to eat. Pretty much anytime the cafe is open, at least during our daytime hours, the art center's open. It's a quick stroll to go up and be able to see that amazing space in that gallery. And then especially now that the ice and snow has melted, you are surrounded by a whole bunch of murals and public art installations that have been done by folks who have done programs here, given talks, worked with kids, and they're all in really easy access to these points. So it's worth a trip. You can do all of that.
Plug in for the lab though. We have this great artist studio space now, new project of the Art Center, right down the street, kind of the other end of Main Street here. It's called the Lab. And there's artist studios. You can see this moss artist, a natural plant dye artist. They're all there. You can walk around. It's very cool to just see their workspaces.
Excellent. It's amazing. I had no idea that Springville was such a hub for artists and creativity.
It's Hammond.
That's amazing.
It's
And
very
so,
strange.
Was it always like this, or was it? I mean, did this? I understand that this probably reinvigorated it, but I mean, you raised so much money for at the beginning of all of this. There must have been an artistic spirit within the community that already existed.
The Art Center started in 1998 in a rented storefront space. And I think it caught everybody by surprise because it was not supposed to be a community that was supposed to have this vibrant arts space.
Yeah.
And but the support was there, and the membership was interested, and it's just grown and grown and grown. And I think it's kind of a story of how the arts should flourish in every community, honestly.
Yeah. And I think you see more and more both acceptance and encouragement of it. And so, it's about a lot of great outdoor recreation in Springville, really amazing art, and a vibrant downtown.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
Coming back with us. My name is Elyse Breeze. I'm here with Nancy Hammond, and also tons of others, which is amazing. We're here at the Springville Arts Cafe. We're here live in the village of Springville, and we've been having such a good time today. I feel like a VIP standing behind this counter right now. I feel so cool. We're kind of wrapping things up right now. I am at work. We're wrapping things up right now, so I just wanted to give an opportunity from back here to kind of talk about the amazing work that this cafe is doing and show some support for the workers that are here. So I guess tell us a little bit about the owner-worker model. Tell us more about the volunteer program. Let's talk about it.
Well, I think as we mentioned before, we're both worker and community owned here at the cafe. And so, a lot of folks that come in as customers are also owners. And that means they get some perks, but also they're part of the process. They're part of decision making and they're part of the growth of the operation. And then we're worker owned. So you got some folks here like Carol and I who are founding worker owners. And so, years of work and deliberation that led to where we're at with this space right now. And we do day-to-day decision making and running the business and hiring this great team that works really hard to bring a lot of joy to Springville.
Well, that's amazing. It has truly been such a wonderful time here with you. We so appreciate you opening the doors to us. So thank you.
Hello, and thank you so much for sticking with us. My name is Elyse and I'm here with Nancy Hammond and everyone who works here at this amazing Springville Arts Cafe. We're coming to you live as we have been for the last couple of hours, and we're wrapping up our program right now. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who sat and watched this great program, whether it was on TV or on YouTube. We sincerely appreciate the views, and we also sincerely appreciate your support. I do want to mention that we are in the midst of our pledge drive, so we do need your support. You can call that phone number that's on your screen. You can use the QR code, or you can also go to WNED.org and press the big red button and show your donation of support. We thank you so much in advance.
That's right. It's your donations that not only keep Buffalo Toronto Public Media and the great programming that we do on the air, but it gives us the opportunity to come out into the community to visit wonderful places like the Springville Arts Cafe. If you have not been here, please take a drive to see it. It is worth the drive. Wonderful food, wonderful people, and you can also stroll the other small businesses. It is so important to support small businesses. So we're here with not only Seth and Allison, who are two of the founders of this wonderful cafe, but also the worker owners, who I am geeking out because I love this place, and to stand on this side of the counter for me is just such a treasure. But please tell us just a little bit about your vision for the cafe and what it means to the village.
Small towns are important, right? And spaces like this where people can come together and have a conversation, that's something that's so important, especially in this era. And so to be here and have a space where people get together, they have a cup of coffee, and they see friends or meet new friends, I think that's an important thing. And for us, it's about connecting people to the arts, it's about connecting them to good food. And I think that comes through. When people have a bite to eat of something here, they know that there's love that's gone into that, and we want to bring them into the fold a little bit. Fair enough?
That's amazing. I think that's really beautiful. This is my first time ever being here at the Arts Cafe, and I have to say I am so impressed, and I will be back. I'm from the city of Buffalo, or I live in the city of Buffalo, so it's a quick 35-minute drive or so, and I will be coming back. It's so lovely. Everybody here has been so kind and so pleasant. The vibes are immaculate here. It is gorgeous, and I can't wait to come back for more of your events, your literary events, the artistic events, the workshops. I will be telling everybody about this place. This is amazing.
Thank you guys so much.
So not only are Buffalo Toronto Public Media, we are a nonprofit, but the Springville Arts Cafe is a nonprofit as well, and it's a member-owned, community-owned establishment. So Allison, just tell us a little bit about that community ownership model.
Yeah, and it's a partnership where we're a for-profit business, but with a connection to Springville Center for the Arts in that nonprofit arm, and we're community owned. That means folks have invested, they've bought a share, they've bought a piece of Main Street, and we will soon be starting construction on the building next door as sort of an expansion of this space, and that presents yet another opportunity for folks to jump on board and say, we're excited about what you're doing here in Springville, and we'd like to invest.
That's fantastic. Thank you for all you're doing, and I just want to congratulate you. This has been a long process. You started the renovations on this building back in 2011, I think. 2012. Finally opened right, then the pandemic hit, finally opened a little bit right after the pandemic, but you are a true example of perseverance and, just really sticking with a vision that you feel is so important to the community. So we just really thank you for what you have done and all of you have done to bring this wonderful treasure to us and have it be this wonderful community space that we can all enjoy.
Yeah, and I think talking about the membership model or the ownership model that's here at the cafe, it very much lends itself some similarities to public media stations. You, the members, the supporters, you have a stake of ownership with our public media station, with Buffalo Toronto Public Media, and I think that that's just so beautiful to think that your your donations and your support influences our programming and influences the type of things that we can do at BTPM, like these amazing live pledge events coming out in the community and showcasing these other amazing nonprofits that are in our backyards, that are just a quick drive away. And I think that's amazing. So if you would like to take ownership in Buffalo Toronto Public Media and become a member, you can call that phone number that's on your screen and become a member today, or give your donation of support if you already are a member, and tell us and show us how much you enjoy this program. It is so easy to become a member, and we would sincerely appreciate your generosity if you did become a member today. Call that phone number on your screen or go to WNED.org, or you can also scan the QR code there. Become one today.
That's right. If you're already a member, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for contributing to public broadcasting, knowing the value of public broadcasting. If you're not, call that number on your screen. Make a contribution to this station. Again, support small businesses. Come to Springville Art Cafe. Thank you so much.
You.
Thank you so much.
You were born on the breeze, time to sing from the trees. Let's find a shelter, come on, let's fly away.